Hi guys, happy Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Claudia Williams. If you don't know who I am a holistic therapist and coach, and I help individuals who are suffering from sadness, anxiety, and depression. It's usually these individuals that feel a loss in the sense of self, who feel sad and confused. I help these individuals to understand their present situations and how they can move forward to reclaim their authentic nature and to understand their purpose and their passion within the world. Now, the foundation of this video is to help you understand how to make that transition from the victim mindset so that you can truly heal your life. And I think on a deeper level, each one of us knows when it's time to give up playing the victim, when it's time to give up playing small, when it's time to give up living in denial of our suffering and who we are as people. And let's not be fooled by infinite intelligence, for he knows exactly what we need in order to become enlightened people. Now, the question is, what do we need to do in order to move from the victim mindset to truly heal our life? We embrace the growth mindset. And the growth mindset helps us to see our suffering as lessons and our failures as feedback. And from a spiritual perspective, a growth mindset could be defined as the ability to embrace constant change while we become active participants through witnessing our own life experience. And as we do this, we become present within our own life. We do not feel uncomfortable where we're at. We do not feel as if we need something to quench, to cover up our inner void and confusion. We have the courage to become present so that we can see and experience that which we need to see and experience. And yes, this is a big leap, but life knows exactly what we need at every stage of our life. And what helped me in the beginning, about 8 years ago, to when I made that choice to really give up my victim mindset and to really claim my wholeness and to really heal my life, was that I realized that going to the doctor for stronger medication wasn't going to help me. In fact, it was making me worse. I had to have more checkups and, things weren't working right. So the stronger medications wasn't helping me. In fact, I was sleeping way too much. Um, and the 20 extra prayers that I was praying every day was not helping either. And I think the reason why those prayers wasn't helping me was God was indirectly telling me that, Claudia, I have given you the power to heal your own life. You don't need anything from me because I have given it all to you. And that is a smack in the face, but sometimes I think we need a smack in the face to wake up to our own reality. And that is how I kind of made the decision. Okay. Now, a growth mindset encourages change. And of course, it is risky when we play it safe. Why is it risky? Because we will never know who we can become if we do take that risk. And why do I say it is a risk? Because we have to change. We have to become different people. We've got to take accountability. We've got to own up. We've got to make different choices. We've got to act on those choices. Whatever inspired action we are being given, we've got to act on it. We've got to claim it. And that is why it's risky, because we do not know what life is going to give us and how we are actually going to work with what we are given. But even though it is risky, it is so fulfilling as well. And let me just say something else. When we are playing it safe, there are major consequences to playing our life safe. If we are trading in playing safe for becoming authentic, that will have major consequences. And those consequences are eating disorders, or suicide, or anger, or rage, or what else? Addictions. There are many things that comes with when we trade in something else for our authenticity. When we are trying to bargain with that, but also There are many, many wonderful, magical things that can happen in our life when we do own up and when we do inhabit and embrace that growth mindset. When we inhabit and embrace the growth mindset, we begin to live our lives with intention. And as we begin to live our lives with intention, we realize that there is a deeper purpose there is a deeper purpose and places us on the path of living more meaningful and more richer lives. Now, when we are living when we are living a more meaningful life, it means that we are building that life on developing a more meaningful self. And a more meaningful self means that we then get to understand our purpose and our function as people. And the purpose and the function we will come to realize is to love ourselves completely just the way we are. And guys, to some of you, that might be, oh God, love yourself. What does that mean? Is that all? But you know what? Why do you think the world is in suffering today? Because we are not loving people. Because we are not operating from our hearts. Because we are trying to operate from our minds that is dominated by fear. But anyway, that is another discussion. That is another discussion. So I'd like to invite you to ask yourself one question. And please own this question when you ask it. And as you ask that question, feel how it feels within your body. And the question is, am I ready to give up my victim mentality? Am I ready to give up my victim mentality and feel how that question feels in your body? Oh gosh, I feel within my belly. That is such a constricting question. Man, does my body not like that question? And that is how the body responds to limiting, fearful questions. But that is telling us that that question is not serving us. Living in that way is not serving us any longer. And if you feel that you have not discovered anything within your body, if you don't know if you are ready to give up the victim mindset, I invite you to ask yourself that question again from a non-judgmental place. Allow yourself to be open to the answer of that question. And remember, asking powerful questions, we will get the right answer. But it's not about the answer that matters. It's how we implement the answer that we are given in our own life. And that's what makes the difference. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for sharing the space with me. I honor you, I honor your path, and I honor who you are becoming. It takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of guts, but we have the power within us to reclaim what is rightfully ours. So I ask you once again, are you ready to give up playing the victim? Are you ready to transition? Are you ready to make that change? Are you ready to embrace the growth mindset? And if that is so, bravo. And if that's not and you need some time, well, that's where you're at, and I honor that too. In the next video, I will give you some tips on how to make the transition a bit lighter, a bit smoother, because man, it can get rocky, but we'll get there. Thank you guys. Remember that healing is wholeness. Wholeness is love, and love is always the answer. Bye bye.